Hi, this is Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors. Welcome back to my channel. I am sharing with you today the first in the videos for the Beautiful Blues collaboration with Teri Lee from Sweet Pea Papers Junk Journals, Junk Journal Tutorials and more, Junk Journals and Papercrafts, and my group, Junk Journal Fix with Sunflowers and Doors. We hope you have heard all about it and that you are signed up to join us. Really exciting. But today I'm going to create my first make. And the prompt for week 1 is to create a journal topper. Okay, now, I'm not going to be using all of this, and the reason I'm grabbing this box is because I'm currently working on a couple of journals, 3 journals, and they're all beautiful blues, and I am really excited to be working with them, but there's a couple of things in them that I want to grab hold of to help me with this first make. So I'm just going to pop these in here a second. Just because they are some pieces that I've made to go with that. So what I've grabbed today is this. And why, you may be asking? Because I am going to be creating a smaller journal. Really chunky because of the spine, but this was just a piece of card I had with some packaging, and I thought, well, there's your journal cover already created. So I'm going to use this as a new journal, and because of that, I'm going to create a journal topper to go with this. So that is the idea. Okay, so I've created some pieces. I've printed some pieces from the kit that I want to use, and some of these are what should we say? Some of these are in the kit pages and the freebies, and then some of them I've just resized them on a sheet of paper. So all of these images will be available to you, but some will be in the freebies and some will be in the kit. Okay, so. I'm going to cut these into different sections here. And what I want to do, whether it'll work or not, I have no idea. I'm using a decal edge cutter here just because I absolutely love that effect. Okay, and this is going to be the focal point for my journal topper. So the size is perfect. We're off to a good start. Probably shouldn't say that, but I'm hoping we're off to a good start. The other thing I want to do is I've printed this off the same size, and I want to create a kind of 3D layered version for this. Now, I'm not going to cut it perfectly. I'm literally going to be just cutting around shapes and images willy-nilly, if you like, because I don't want, I want it to be perfect, but I also don't want it to be just plonked on top. I want you to be able to get the effect that I'm trying to achieve by layering it. Okay. Okay, so the idea will be that this will be layered on top to match the image there. So it'll literally be like a 3D effect. Now I've printed this onto, just gonna fade, kind of grungy up those white bits a bit, just because I don't like the stark white on there. And I can't remember what I was going to say then. I printed it, that's what I was going to say. I printed it onto, it's Epson heavyweight matte paper. So it's not too heavy that it's going to be, I'm not going to be able to work with it. I might cut that bit off actually, because I think that doesn't add anything. It's not going to be too thick, but it'll be thick enough, sturdy enough to hold what I want to hold with it. Now I've got this from something I just bought, and I figured I would put this backing piece on that. So I probably should have done that before I cut it, but I might cut it with a slight layer to it. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this on first. I'll ink around it first, just in case I cut a bit further than the borders, like that. I am going to glue this on. Oh my gosh, my glue seems to have done something weird and wonderful there. I don't know whether it's the cold weather, because in the summer I can't contain the glues, they just spill out everywhere, but in the winter trying to get anything to work is a challenge. Okay, I'm not going right to the edging just purely because I don't want it to spill out all over the place, but it should reach where I want it to. So as I'm waiting for that, I'm just going to cut out a couple of these elements, as I'm waiting for that to dry, I should say. Just going to cut out a couple of these elements that I can use. Just to embellish it a bit more if I want to. So let's start with this one here. And as I said, all of these elements are available either in the freebies or in the kit. But if the exact ones aren't in the freebies, there is definitely enough in the freebies for you to create. You certainly don't need to buy the kit. And if you win one of the prizes, you could even choose the kit as one of your kit prizes. So that is, because it's not restricted for the month of March, you can actually use that kit or buy that, use your giveaway for that kit if you win one of the earlier weeks. I know sometimes people restrict the kits that they're using, but this is kind of more about fun than selling the kits, you know. My cutting skills leave a lot to be desired, but those of you who follow me will probably already know that. So I'm creating this video a bit early. We're not in March yet, so we're just preparing for it. And we're having a bit of a cold spell in the UK at the moment. It's gone icy. But I'm crazy busy with different things at the moment, work and all sorts. So it's only the weekends that I'm getting a chance to do any crafting. So you'll probably, excuse me, I'll probably be talking about stuff that isn't even irrelevant by the time these get to YouTube. So you will have to excuse me. I am going to cut those end pieces off just because they are impossible to cut around. Well, they're not impossible, it just makes them really flimsy. And somebody shared a tip recently, which I'd heard before and used to do it, but I just got into the habit of not doing it anymore, and that is that you move the piece you're cutting, not your scissors, which does really help. Okay, so I'm only going to cut one of these out at the moment because I think I might just be using one of them. I don't want to overload it. Okay, and I just need to grab something else. It might be a moment. Okay, so these are just sticky dots, adhesive sticky dots. I don't even know if they're going to work. But I'm going to pop these onto here because they will... Just looking for my my tweezers. You think you're really prepped and you think you've got everything you need, and then you're like, actually, no, I don't. And I can't see my tweezers either. Okay, so can't see those. Grab one of those just in case it helps. And I'm going to go overkill with these and put a bit more on than I need to, just because I want them to, I don't want them to be flapping anywhere, if that makes sense. Gosh, these are hard work. So that's that one. I'm putting these on everything. I haven't even decided what I'm using yet, so probably not the smartest movement. That's those. We're going to do our journey. Oops. I mean, in fairness, these are probably the perfect size, but yeah, they probably are. Put those there, and then there's going to be a load of these on here too. I'm hoping this video doesn't last too long. Just short and sweet is what we're looking for. I normally put like a corrugated card underneath these. I don't have any. I had a good sort out. I had a declutter thanks to Cara Brandon. I had a declutter, and consequently I've thrown away stuff that I probably shouldn't have, but hey ho. Okay, so let's cut this down. And I am leaving white bits on the ends of these, not too much, and I will ink over them, but that in itself will almost give me a bit of a layered look, which is really cool. Okay, so I'm going to pop that there out of the way, and we're just going to ink around here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, this is my cover, so this is what is going to be going on, like this. But one of the things I really have a bit of a struggle with sometimes is closures. So I figured that I would try a slightly different closure with this one. Now I've got some elastic here because I'm going to change the elastics for the main journals that I'm working on. And funnily enough, somebody asked me about that, about the elastic, what size it was. So the ones I used in my earlier journals was, gosh, it was, the ones I used in my earlier journals was 2mm thick, and it was cream. And I'd ordered some navy because I wanted to give that a go. And this is 1.5mm thick, which I think is a much better fit for what I'm trying to achieve. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put it in half a minute. So I'm going to put both ends together. Wrong one. Like that. Okay. And I want to see how much elastic I would need to go around here. Now obviously I've cut way too much, which is just typical for me. I've cut way too much there, so let me, because I want to be able to use it again, let me just go 1, 2, and I'll cut it about here. So I've got some left there. And the idea is that this will be an elastic closure for my journal. I don't know how I measured that, but I still got it completely wrong. Okay, that's okay. We're okay with that. So I'm going to use some buttons. I want the buttons to go with the fabric, so I'm just going to grab some of my fabric out. This is one of my journals. So I want the buttons to go with the fabric, and I also want them to go with the topper. So I think, I mean, that one goes better, in fairness, but I did want one with just 2 buttons on. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go with it. The idea is I'm gonna get my ruler, and I'm gonna get this as straight as I can, and I'm gonna get a little pen, just a little pen, and I'm going to mark a, come down a bit I think, just going to eyeball kind of like 7.5mm in, so 3/4 of a centimetre in. Just eyeball those 2 little marks there, and I'm going to create a hole in these. So 1 there, and 1 there. And I'm going to grab some eyelets, and I'm going to pop in 2 eyelets. 1, 2. So we've got an eyelet in there. I am going to put a backing on these. Now, if you're going to use this as a removable a removable journal cover, then please, please, please make sure your backing is suitable. Mine isn't, because I have just used some packaging. Oh, that's stuck again now. Yeah, that's fine. This is a new one as well, and I don't know why it sticks. Anyway, see, my packaging wouldn't be suitable for a non-glued on version. But if you want it as a removable one, which is probably a good idea, then I would say make sure your back is suitable. I did it right the first time. I'm making a meal out of this job here. Okay, so I've put 2 eyelets in there, and the reason I put the eyelets in there is because I am going to, right, let's think about how I need to do this now. This is going to go in here, okay, so I've doubled this over. This bit here, I'm going to pop in there, like that, and I'm going to thread it through the back, so it comes from the back through to the front, there. Okay, that will then be my topper. And the idea is that, oopsie daisy, I've got these sticking to everything. That's me working in a messy desk. So the idea is that I am probably going to need a lot less than I needed initially. So I'm going to cut this about here. Yeah, I'm going to cut this about here. And I'm going to pop this through 2 of the holes. I'm going to do 1 here and 1 here. I'm going to pull that up and I'm going to tie a knot. And the knot is going to be as close to that edge as I can make it. Like that. And that'll go in there. Oh gosh. More fingers and thumbs. Okay, so I've done a double knot there. Pull this down here like that, and the idea is that that's going to go on there like that. It's going to come around here, and you're going to use that as your closure. I've popped that on the wrong side. I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to undo that and pop it on the other side. But literally, that would be your closure. Now with mine, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue my closure onto the front of my journal cover when it's ready, so that this part here won't move, and all you'll have is your elastics going around. So position them where you want them. You can either have them there, you can have them further over here, you can have them on this bit here, which is going to open, because as your journal, of course, as you create your journal, you need growth room. So that is how my kind of closure is going to work for this. And as I said, I'm going to have to undo that and pop it around the right way. But that, in principle, is how it's going to work. So I put the elastics on first, just because I don't want to damage the front of what I'm going to be doing. And then all that's left for me to do is to decorate the front. I might actually have to undo this first. Because if I start to decorate the front, I don't want to do anything that's going to damage that. Ow! I pulled them a bit too tight, I think. Yeah, I've pulled those too tight, so I'm going to have to play around with that later. That's fine. That's fine. we'll do that later. Okay, so I'm going to attach mine. If you want to use yours as a removable one, which is great, then just make sure that you don't glue this to your top of your journal and that you use a decent backing. Not that it particularly matters, to be honest. So what I'm going to do is decorate my front, and the decorating part is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to take these off here, make a right mess all over my desk, but I did have a clearish desk to start with. I hope you noticed, because it's a very rare thing for me. Very, very rare. Yeah, it's already sticky. I've got a urge to start singing to you, not to you specifically, but to start singing. I was driving in the car earlier, and Boyzone's You Light My Life, is it, or something, I don't know, came on the radio. And that's an old one, but it's on my mind now, and I just want to break out into song, but I won't put you through that. Now these are pretty strong, so I'm not going to glue them, but if you're unsure about your if you're unsure about how strong they are or how much they're going to last, then glue them is the way to go, as well as use the sticky element. So I've matched that on there, and I've matched it up to the image, but you can see it's slightly raised off the page, so like that. And then I'm just going to pop these. I'm going to pop these just on top of this one there. Oh, did I take? I didn't take all of those off, did I? No. That would generally help. I'm going to have to do it so it's just on the edge there. So one there. And we've got our journey. Where do I want that to go? I think I'm going to pop that there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Just starting to rain. I'm trying all day, mind, but so that is going to go there, I think. Like that. And then we've got a butterfly, which I'm thinking quite like it there. I like it there. I like it. No, I like it there, I think. I love watching when people are trying to make a decision on where to place something. And it's really funny because sometimes you're like, yeah, there, that's the place. And then they move and you think, oh, okay. Still looks good there, but yeah. So you're probably all doing exactly the same. Yeah, there. And I'm probably putting it in the wrong place. So, hey-ho. Okay. So that is my journal topper, and it's all layered. And it's really simple, and it's made just out of the kit, just out of the components that you will have available to you. As I said, it's like not necessarily this pattern, but you will have the components you need to make it. And that will then sit on top of my journal once it's decorated, obviously. Try to imagine how fabulous it's going to look when it's got at least a cover into it rather than just plain cardboard. But that is going to be my journal topper. So yeah, I really like that, and it is a lot of fun to create with. There's this one here if I wanted to add another piece to this, but but I think we're good with that. So yeah, my journal topper for week 1 of the Beautiful Blues collaboration. I hope you like it. Yeah, I really like it, so I hope you do too. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it wasn't too long a video, and can't wait to see your journal toppers. Just remember to use the hashtag in the 4 groups. So yeah, I'll leave it there. I will catch you in the next video. Until then, as always, be well, and we'll speak soon. Bye for now.